let's talk about the pros and the cons of getting an appraisal before you list your home to sell. Hey there, I am Christina Sparks, realtor with Real Broker, owner House of Sparks. Okay, home value is a hot topic right now because values have changed quite significantly over the last 5 years. First, let's talk about what the benefits of getting an appraisal before you list could be. The obvious: you'll know what your home is actually worth. The appraisal is done by a third party, whoever you choose in this scenario, who visits your home and takes a detailed dive into the data afterwards. The appraiser will compare your home to at least 3 other homes in your area or neighborhood, depending on where you live, if it's rural or if it's like a subdivision. These other homes are called the comparables. The appraisal will consist of data comparing things like lot size, the square footage, and even the condition of the home. Having an appraisal done can cost about $500, so this would be an upfront cost that you would be paying. So once you have this appraisal back with the report, the actual value, of course you can from there decide whether to list your home at, above, or below this value. It's your prerogative. Here's the kicker. Well, you have determined what the market value of your home is based off the comparables of recent homes that have sold within the market. That doesn't always mean that's what it will actually sell for. The actual value and the market value are two very different things. So consider this. Actual value is considered what the consumer is actually willing to pay. And there are a few factors that can play into this. Things like the economy status, interest rates, the season. These will all have their own part to play in what your home sells for and how long it takes to actually sell. So before you decide on a list price, have a game plan. Know what your time and price limits are, how many days you want to be on market versus how many days can you be on market. Okay, here's one tidbit that you may not know about an appraisal that you probably should know before you decide whether or not to get an appraisal before you list. Once you get on market and you get a buyer and you go under contract, if this buyer has a loan, their lender will require an appraisal, and they most likely won't use the appraisal that you had done. Of course, this expense is put on the buyers as part of their lending fees or closing costs, whatever you want to call it, but just don't be surprised when this happens once you have a buyer. Now, considering all of that information, would you get an appraisal before you sell? Why or why not? Go ahead and like this video if you learned something new, and don't forget to subscribe. I post new content every single week. Still have questions? Feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help any way that I can. Have a great day.